He will join us or die, Master.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Monday Night X-Wing. Joining me today is Mr. Hosey and Eric. We have a special guest. And, of course, Marcus, your announcer here. So we've got a Rebel versus Imperial list today. And, Mr. Hosey, if you could go over the lists and tell us about it.
Okay, thanks, Marcus. On the left-hand side, we have Eric running his 4 X-Wing build with a rookie pilot, Biggs, Darklighter, Garven Dreis, and Luke Skywalker. And on the right-hand side, we have Eamon running 2 Academy pilots, Kath, Scarlett with assault missiles, gunner, stealth device, Proton Torpedoes, which is allowed by the Slave 1 title and the Deadeye Elite Pilot skill. And rounding off the list is Howlrunner with Swarm Tactics. And with that, we'll get right into asteroid placement. And it looks like Eric has won the dice roll, and he gets to decide whether or not he gets initiative, and he takes initiative.
Yep, I had to. Come on.
So Eric, tell us why you chose this list in particular.
Well, really, what I brought to the table is I finally got my 4th X-Wing, so I wanted to make a 4X list. And really the easiest way to throw four ships in without really thinking about it. I grabbed some elite pilots and wanted to roll it as it was, so we'll go with that.
Awesome. So we've got some really cool asteroids being placed right now. Who made these?
I actually I put those together, just thought it jazzed up the board a little bit. Just some simple lava rocks, got them from Canadian Tire, and made some custom pegs. Didn't take long at all, and it just adds that 3D crunch to the game. I like it.
Yeah,
and they are somewhat legal to use since their bases are exactly the same as the core kit's bases, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not that I use them in tournaments, but they're just fun to knock around.
Exactly, and they do get knocked around a lot.
Yeah. All right.
So the asteroid placement, pretty basic. Asteroids are spread out quite nicely. The only real big ship here is Kath, Scarlett on the left-hand side, which we'll have some trouble moving through the asteroids, but I'm sure everybody will be doing a good job with that. Looks like the 2 Academy pilots gets placed dead center of the map, with the rookie pilot being placed on the north side.
Yeah. After seeing Eamon throw his ships in the middle, I kind of try to pick a tougher lane for him to come at me. So that's why you see me setting up at the top left over here.
Because now he'll have to go through those 3 asteroids before even reaching your ships. Eamon starts with his Kath Scarlett on a little angle there just to help him out with the first maneuver. We'll see how well he moves in formation through those asteroids, and we'll go right into turn 1 here.
That's it. While we're waiting for these guys to move, I set mine offset to give me some advantages a couple turns down the road, just so we can get the turns more in sync with each other, because I know it's going to be a turn or two involved trying to take on these guys.
Yeah, usually nothing happens within the first 2 turns anyway, so it gives you some chance to get your formation in place. And as we can see, the Academy pilots take a nice soft bank to the north side here. The one on the inside always takes 1 less than the one on the outside, and that usually works really well with the soft banks, and with the sharp banks you want to take 2 less.
Yeah, that's if you're running the box formation like he has them next to each other. You don't have that restriction with the offset. Mind you, they're a little bit more spaced out, so I think I have a couple spots where I lose the Biggs advantage because I'm so far away from each other.
Right. Yeah, Biggs has to remain within range 1 of his friends in order to draw the fire towards him.
And there goes my Luke miniature. He's on a magnet, so he'll spin around a lot just so we can get a better look at his opponents.
It makes him stand out a little bit more.
And fall off.
A couple times. So now it looks like Eamon is really going into those asteroids, and he's managing to kind of thread the needle with those 2 Academy pilots. It's not really threading the needle. There's a big gap between them, but moving 2 ships between there is a tough task.
That's the idea with where the asteroids got placed, was give them a little bit of a tough ride through those rocks. And then here I am checking for target lock just to see both if I could hit the outside tie and see if he's got a shot back at me, but really that rookie wasn't going to be doing anything this round.
No, and it looks like nobody's actually in range of any shots this round anyway. Maybe maybe Garven on the outside there might have a shot, but again, slow and steady with the rebels. Yeah, kind of that helps out.
Yeah, mostly just taking focuses, and I keep putting them down just to, even in the first turns, just to get into that habit, because it's so easy to forget an action if you don't get into that habit. I know the first few games that I played, I'd go rounds without actually taking any actions on ships, and that cost me.
That is a very common mistake with these new ships. And here comes Luke, and he waited for Kath to come into range for him to get a target lock.
Yeah, he's always spinning.
Now, who's your major target here that you were thinking about? Because there's two really important ships. Kath is loaded up with points, and he's basically 50% of Eamon's list. Yeah. And then you have Howlrunner, who's a huge part of any Imperial build.
Yeah, in this game, I think my first target was Kath. Two reasons. One, it has the lower agility, so the idea, or at least after the stealth device was gone, bring down that ship, because it'd be easier for me to hit. But in the first turn, I didn't really have much shot, so I wasn't.
You had a good roll, but
it wasn't really.
He's rolling five defense dice. You can't really.
I was really just kind of that opening glance, see what we can hit. There wasn't a lot of rounds going back and forth, so the idea was to get Kath Scarlet off the board first.
So he's shooting his assault missiles right now, and with Deadeye, he doesn't have to spend a target lock to do that, so he's in a good spot right now.
Yeah,
and he lands a crit and 2 hits so he lands a crit and a hit on Garven Dreis, because Biggs is out of range.
Yeah.
So he does a huge move here where he lands a hit on all of your ships since they're so clustered.
Yeah, took all 3 out in the back. The rookie didn't get hit. Again, that's where I didn't fly them close enough, so that was. It was a good thing, but I still took a big hit early in the game for that. If I played it, I probably should have gone maybe one movement shorter, so there wasn't an attack on this round. I think that
would have been smarter. Yeah.
Yeah, not jumping up ahead so quickly, but.
You lined up all your ships nicely for the next turn to all kind of turn in. Not sure what you're going to do, but it looks like you have a nice lineup.
Yeah, and the move ahead was actually to try and do something a little creative here on this next turn, and don't know if it quite worked out for me there.
Okay, so you've already knocked off 3 shields off Kath Scarlet using Garven and Biggs.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good advantage, because that's a lot of health that you have to work through.
Yeah, so I think the first round we traded 3 hits for 4 because of that assault missile.
Turning in now.
Yeah, and that the last round after the shots, the idea or what I was contemplating doing was whether to turn in and go for the direct jousting, or doing a couple of K turns to try and get him behind where his ships would be. Obviously, I decided to turn in to go for more of a direct, because I got the bigger guns with the X-Wings over the ties. And hopefully this play here, getting that close, was actually to try and get him to bump and get him to land right on that asteroid. But as you can see, he did something a little different.
Yeah, and with that fire spray, he can shoot out of his rear arc, so he doesn't really have much to worry about. Yeah. And he's already gotten rid of his first ordnance on there, so he doesn't really have to shoot anybody at this point.
With his I think he target locked me there.
Now, if you had K-turned, you would have bumped half your ships into his Academy pilots.
Yeah, and that was concerned because he was going to be moving up that far.
Now, I see you did target lock Howlrunner with the rookie pilot. Was that the target you were going for, especially with Biggs moving in and with Garven moving in that close?
Well, with Kath moving off and where my guys are ending up, I have a really good shot on Hal being so close, and it would almost be remiss to not take advantage of that scenario. But
you ended up shooting Kath here, I think.
yeah, because I had with Luke, I had the target lock and the focus on Kath.
Yeah. And there's 2 hits landing on Kath.
Yeah.
So shields are already gone and 1 health
So I
down.
had the better probability of getting a hit. And I think the rest of them were all at Hal.
Yeah. So Howlrunner lands 1 on Biggs. He has to shoot Biggs since all the other ships are within 3. Within range 1, sorry. He focuses and Biggs manages to dodge that out. And Biggs gets to shoot back, I think. Nope.
Okay,
Kath's turn, because Howlrunner did boost up Academy Pilot with their swarm tactics. That's a massive.
There is a lot of good rolls all game. I think everybody was both Eamon and I were both rolling multiple hits
really well.
I think we were both laughing about it all game. That is basically just put the hits down and we'll see how many evades come up.
And there's a lot of evades too there. That would have been good if you landed at least a hit or 2 on Howlrunner this round. And obviously you did land 2 hits there with Biggs. But if you did land 1 with Garven earlier, then Hal would have been deleted off the map already. Oh, there goes Howlrunner. Anyway, so...
And that's where that target lock came in.
And this is a huge advantage for you, since now Swarm Tactics is taken out, and those rerolls are taken out, even before the Academy Pilots got to shoot, so...
Yeah.
So you guys never removed the dial sign.
Whoops.
Yeah. Oh well.
Technical difficulties.
There's a new obstruction on the field.
On the field, yeah.
All right. That turn surprised me.
You didn't think he would turn in?
Not that sharp, no. And that he actually landed them to fit. That was a good move.
He forgot to take his action with his front one, it looks like. Smart K turn there.
Here comes the K turns. Getting behind his ties is excellent, because then I can just chase him for the
rest of the match.
At least a couple turns.
Yeah. But now the TIE fighters are in a good position to kind of chase your other ships. Hopefully they won't get their shots off.
Well, the beauty though with positioning is I know that the next turn his TIE fighters have to go at least 2 forward, and they're basically, because they're a quicker ship, I can anticipate how far they're going to go. And then they have that advantage, but at least I'll be able to know where they can go because of that. And because I can go slower, I can maybe take advantage of turning into to their position.
Right.
But we'll see what happens in the next couple turns.
Yeah. So your 2 big hitters have a shot on Kath Scarlet with only 5 health, but he is about 2 range away, I think, or 3.
I think that's 3. Yeah, it was a 3.
Yeah, I think he's 3 away. So all your firepower is focused on somebody who's gonna obviously evade. But look at those rolls. So 2 hits and a crit, and Kath, let's see what the crit ends up to be. Damage engines, all turn maneuvers are now red maneuvers. So Scarlet that's a huge hindrance for them, since he already has a crit stress token already.
Yeah, and look at right back with the big hit.
And kills Garven Dreis just with 1 volley. Garven doesn't even get to shoot back, because if he did get to shoot back, I think Kath would have died.
We'll never know.
We'll never know now. And just a rules clarification: if Garven's pilot skill was the same as Kath, he would have actually got to shoot this round. His kind of death shots. So we have Biggs Darklighter shooting on one of the Academy pilots, of course the one without an action, but he dodged both of those. Rookie pilot takes a hit.
So at this point, I feel like I'm looking pretty good. I've got a rookie pilot that's full health. Biggs is full health, or at least full hull, and Luke's pretty close to being full health. So I've got a lot of the health advantage.
Yep.
But
And now the Academy pilot just took down some of that from Luke, but
yeah,
but still, yeah, you do have the health advantage. It's 7 to, let's see, 7 to 10 health, and you have the bigger hits as well.
Yeah, we left the dial thing on most of the game. We apologize for that, Mr. Hosey.
That's okay. It was a good match to edit. So now the Academy at the front there bumps, and the other one goes 2 forward, and hopefully he remembers his action. I think he takes an evade here, because that's what you do at this point in the game.
So I remember here having a lot of thought about what to do in terms of movement, whether Kath was going to move straight up and how far she was going to move up, and whether or not I should try and K-turn behind or just do a small move forward.
Well, you have to remember she does have the crit on her that disables all her turns into stress, and she's already stressed, so I think his moves are very limited at this point.
Yeah,
he has to take one of his straight green maneuvers.
The question was how far forward.
Okay. He takes only a 1.
And I think that was one of my mistakes. I think I ended up bumping right here.
With Luke?
Yeah, didn't go far enough forward.
And I think Kath should have taken an evade here, but ended up in his favor anyway, just because of the bumping with Luke. So now Luke Skywalker can't shoot anybody, and it's down to Kath. Yeah. And he has to shoot bigs.
Yeah, that one turn really cost me, losing that ability to shoot with my top.
Actually, he shot the Academy pilot, the rookie pilot, just because Biggs was out of range. And
they're in collision.
Yeah.
Notice that the dials thing there.
2 crits and a hit. And the Academy completely dodged.
All the time.
And he didn't even have an action. That one collided. Hit and a crit. There's a hit and a crit. Let's see if it's double damage. Nope. Cannot perform actions listed in your action bar. They don't really have much in terms of actions other than the evade and the focus and the barrel roll. And Luke Skywalker uses his special ability to turn his focus into an evade. And he evades both hits from the Academy pilots. And I think we're back on turn 5 or 6 right now.
So sure, I was able to keep Luke on the board, but not getting that attack really hurt in terms of damage output, and not being able to get any of the ships off really helps Eamon being able to fight back with his ties.
Yep. So that Academy pilot should have cleared his critical strike instead of taking that evade action. We'll see if that plays a role in the match later on. It's really tough for players sometimes, I think, to remember those crits. So you do have to use those marker tokens, and I think we've started using them more and more often now.
So I didn't move that far forward with Biggs, again trying to keep him at a bit of a distance.
But that kind of puts you at a disadvantage because you can't use Biggs' special ability, right? And there goes one of the asteroids. For a new player, Eamon really managed to maneuver that Kath really well through the asteroids. I don't think he collided once so far.
No, took advantage of the holes in the gaps between them.
Luke goes 1 forward, again out of shooting this turn. Hopefully he manages to stay alive. Spins the target lock. He's gonna try to kill him. No. Gunner takes effect because he missed.
Yep.
2 crits and 2 hits. So rookie pilot gets a console fire.
Yeah, that was huge.
Hopefully you remember to roll your damage, or to roll to flip over your action. You don't want to keep taking that 1 damage. See here what Biggs is gonna do.
Oh yeah, we had a little debate if I could hit Kath or not, and we agreed that he couldn't. He wasn't in wasn't in range to hit Kath, so I went for the Academy.
And you took him out, which
Yeah.
is really good. Even with that evade, that fake evade that he shouldn't have taken, you still managed to take him out. And you land one hit with your rookie. No, you dodged one hit with the rookie pilot on count. So right now it seems like everything is in your odds. Were you feeling good at this point?
No, again, because my Luke wasn't in a real good position. It was going to take a couple turns to even get him around, and right there, I think that
You get a crit, and it's a direct hit.
yeah,
So
and that that really turned the game around a little bit too.
it did.
Luke has now become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
So now with an Academy pilot and Kath Scarlet, it doesn't seem like he still has that much firepower to take you out.
Well, Kath's got three attack dice.
And
So-
you have 6 on your side, so with a rookie and Biggs. And Biggs is still fairly healthy, I would say.
Yep.
But again, very limited shots on your end. Only one ship to shoot at. No options.
So here I wanted to, basically I knew that that Academy was going to be there, so I was going for that shot, which you can see I'm still in range of being hit, so that wasn't, that's kind of leaving Kath out in the open, but trying to get rid of that one Academy.
Oh,
And-
2 crits and a hit. Hit
And that
a
took
crit.
some of the,
Another direct damage hit.
yeah.
So that completely evened out the odds. Now you were had a slight health advantage. Now you're at a slight disadvantage. And now you tie it up.
Didn't have the focus there for it.
So now Kath still has his Proton torpedoes, and that will be really strong if he does manage to hit you.
The only thing is, just gotta get Kath around just to get them in the front firing arc.
Correct. Because the secondary weapons can only fire through the primary arcs.
But here again, Kath's far enough that I got at least a turn without getting shot by the fire spray. So just trying to take another ship off the board, get that advantage back in terms of numbers and types of attack or numbers of attacks.
Even though it's only a 12-point Academy pilot, it can still do a lot of damage. And he manages to evade one more turn.
Both shots. Now here's the decision point, whether I break off the tie or go for it and turn the attention towards Kath. Kath was going to be shooting first either way, and really I should have probably focused on one rather than split up the ships here. That's probably the biggest mistake in the late game that I took. So we'll see if that was worth the gamble or not.
Yeah, sending a rookie against an elite pilot is not a good idea, but it could work. Rookies have come through in the past. And again, Biggs is too far away to draw the fire. And Kath gets 2 hits and 2 evades from...
So the gunner comes back in and wasn't enough.
Gunner only activated about 2 times this game.
Yep.
But both times really critical times. And there goes the Academy pilot. Hopefully rookie pilot only needs to land 2 hits on Kath. Not gonna happen this turn. So now Biggs is too far away to even K-turn or turn back into flight.
So I'm looking for a bump here. That's really all I'm looking for. And let's see what happens.
No. Oh. He does bump. That's perfect for you.
Yeah. So
But then again, nobody gets a shot this turn. It kind of resets.
no, we're just looking at some more movement.
This is a very predictable move. But it still doesn't put the rookie out of danger because Kath can just fire out the back.
Yeah, I don't think there's being able to avoid getting shot at in this next turn. So
at this point, the health is tied. Who do you think has the advantage here?
well, if Kath lands their hit, you're looking at 1 shot versus 1 shot. So it's going to come down to the dice on this type of firing. Another asteroid falls over.
2 hits on
And
Kath.
I think the advantage goes to
Stuns
Kath
the target lock.
because she has the pilot skill there and gets the first crack at it.
So Biggs survives. Now it's all up to you to finish this off. You have 6 dice
6 dice.
to land 2 hits. So there's 3 hits.
So I think was it Kath? Kath got her gunner and was able to shoot the primary weapon. That's what happened there. So I lost my
Lost your Biggs.
yeah.
So it's all up to Rookie now. Rookie lands 1 hit, 2 hits with the target lock. 1 hit is evaded. So now it's critical. You can't escape Kath at this point, right?
No.
So do you go for the range 1? Obviously you didn't at this point.
Yeah, and I wasn't really sure where to go because Kath's got that rear firing arc. There's so many different places that she could be placed.
So your guys were out of range. Now you're going right in.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no bump here, so we can.
Yeah, no
So there.
bump. And again, it's going to come down to the dice.
2 hits.
And
1 evade.
right
That's
there.
it. So that was a really good game, really
Great
fast game.
well, with all the dice hitting, it makes for a nice quick mash. So, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming and providing your analysis on your own game. Hopefully that opened up your eyes to a few of your mistakes, if there was any. It seemed like you did everything about 80% right.
Oh, I think the beauty of X-Wing is that it's in the moment you can make decisions that would work one game and not work the other, and vice versa. So just love playing some more X-Wing.
Excellent. So with that, we're going to sign off.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We've had a wonderful time here. Please remember to rate and subscribe.